So we're in the run up to March now for PlayStation Plus. It's a pretty exciting month, so some cool new games out. We've got some rumours for some awesome looking stuff. And we've got quite a bit to talk about today, to be fair. But as usual, before we get into it, if you're looking to renew your PlayStation Plus memberships, pick up PSN credit on the cheap, or just get some pre-ordered games at a decent discounted price. Make sure you check out the sponsor, Instant Gaming. There's a link in the description that will give you a bit more of a discount as well. Everything on there is usually like 20% off, so it's definitely worth looking at. But let's get into it. First things first, we've had this month's games now for a week. And so far, I am pretty impressed. The game that I've been playing the most is Destruction All-Stars, which I was kind of expecting that to happen. It's a pretty cool Destruction Derby game that's a little bit quirky by the fact that you can get out your vehicle. If you're about to get smashed up, you can kind of jump out, run around and try and get in a new vehicle. You can jump on other vehicles and drag people out of it. I'm going to be honest, I'm not the best at the game, but it's pretty fun, it's pretty cool the way that it works. You've kind of got one of your bumpers that you press and your car kind of swipes over to the side to ram into people or boosts forward. It's not too bad. The gameplay does take a little bit of getting used to, but it's definitely one worth adding to your library. Even if you don't have a PS5 yet, I'd definitely recommend adding it, so if you do pick one up, you've got a game sat there waiting for you. But this week was another week where, as well, we didn't get to do the drop. There's one new game out this week which I'm kind of looking forward to playing, but there wasn't enough to do the video on it, and that game is Little Nightmares 2. Now, this is another game that I've kind of seen people playing the original Little Nightmares, and it looks okay. It's a different style of game. It's kind of a horror, but it's not a horror because it really doesn't look scary. But I think it's more if a kid's playing it, it might be a little bit creepy. Little Nightmares 2 is out this week, and it's something that personally I'm definitely kind of looking forward to checking out. Not too sure whether it's something that I'm actually going to play. It just looks intriguing, and I'm interested to see how it actually plays. On to the main stuff though, the rumours. Now, the rumour is for a simulator tycoon style game called House Flipper. Now, this game is pretty cool. It's not going to be for everyone though, let's be honest. Not everyone's into the simulator stuff. Personally, I love it. I played it on PC with all the DLC so you can do gardens and stuff, and it's been said that the garden stuff's actually coming out on console at some point this year. There's a load of new stuff coming to the game, and it's all going to be paid for. So giving away the base game would kind of make sense. It'd get the player base up, people are going to be interested playing it, and then want to add stuff onto it, and it's how they're going to make a little bit more money. But pretty much, it's a game where you start off with no money, and you kind of do jobs at other people's houses, whether or not it's decorating, cleaning up, that sort of stuff. And you'll get to a point where after you've done enough, you've got enough money to buy your own house. And it's flipping houses, it is what it is. You'll buy a rundown house that's an absolute mess, clean it up, redecorate. You can smash down the walls, fully kind of redo the inside of the house, and then sell it to make a profit to buy a different house and then kind of go through the same thing again. It's a pretty cool game, and it is actually available on VR as well, which makes it a little bit different, a little bit more quirky, but again, it's not going to be for everyone. I know not everyone's into the simulator games, but they're not too bad just to kind of sit and chill out on. Bonus content. It's always nice to get something for free, whether or not it's through PlayStation Plus or a different service, and this one is through Twitch Prime. Now, don't worry if you don't have an active membership, there is a link in the description where you can get a free 30-day trial, and you can claim a butt ton of free stuff, and it is definitely worth checking out. But this week, the one that I want to mention is a game that my wife's kind of been playing, so I've kind of been tagging along playing it too, and it's a game called Apex. It's a battle royale game that's got different characters that have got different abilities. It's different. Personally, it's one that I played when it first came out. It was alright at the time, it just weren't the best. And now I'm kind of back playing it because other people are playing it, just to kind of be sociable. It's okay, I suppose, but the free content for it, there's 2 skins that are available to grab right now. One's for Wraith, where you kind of look like the Queen of Hearts. A little bit weird, not the best looking skin if I'm being honest with you. And the second one is for a character called Fuse, which is the character that I've kind of been using at the moment. He's a grenadier, as I'd kind of explain it. He's got a cluster grenade that you throw out, and it kind of just keeps going off and off. And then you've got a ring of fire that you drop down that you can trap people in buildings, or kind of protect yourself, or block paths for people to get in the ring and stuff. It's a cool character, definitely worth checking out, and the skin for it's not too bad either. So again, link in the description if you want to claim some free stuff. What have I been playing? You guys are always asking on Twitter, in the Discord, or just the comments of what games am I playing at the moment and anything that I can recommend. And I've actually been playing a new BR game that's not so new but quite new for me, and it's called Population 1. You guys are probably thinking, what's that? I have never even heard of that, and that's because it's a VR game that's available on the Quest. It is awesome. If you've got a PSVR at the moment, or you're considering buying a PSVR, I definitely recommend looking at the Quest first. It's completely wireless, you can play it without a camera, you don't need as much space for it, and it's a lot more immersive. Things don't bounce around and get glitchy as much, so you don't get the motion sickness, and it's definitely worth checking out. But Population 1 is a VR game on it, but you start off where you have to get in this pod and kind of float over the city, which is a bit weird, especially if you're scared of heights. You pull a handle and you kind of just tossed out, and you have to glide down, putting your arms out to get weapons, and it's a VR game, it is what it is. But the thing that I really enjoy about the game is you can climb up buildings. The grab button on the controllers, if you walk up to a building, you can literally climb all the way up to the top of it. Skyscraper, gigantic windmills, anything that you see, you can climb all the way to the top, snipe off, just jump and glide off. It's definitely one worth checking out. If you're into VR games and you've actually got a Quest, definitely have a look at this one. On to my predictions. 2 games that I'm going to go for, 2 completely different style of games. The first one is Planet Coaster. Now, the reason that I'm going for Planet Coaster is because it's got a PS5 upgrade, and every month so far we've been getting a free PS5 game. This one's been out a little while, it's not too bad, it's kind of died off with the popularity, and there's a load of DLC for it. Giving it away for free, again, as I mentioned for House Flipper, giving a game away for free that's got a load of DLC gets people interested in the base game, and it's going to get people that do enjoy it spending money on the DLC. Same with Planet Coaster, there's like spooky content and there's all that sort of stuff. So with the play base kind of being stuck as it is at the moment, getting new people in with a free game, granted it's not going to be people buying it, but those new people that enjoy it, that want to carry on playing it afterwards, have got all the DLC that they can purchase, which is going to make them money. Planet Coaster is pretty much like Theme Park Tycoon, if you ever used to play that. You own a theme park, you build rides, and all the usual kind of stuff really. It's not too bad, it's pretty cool. It just depends whether you're into those style of games. Personally, it's hit and miss. I used to play them a lot when I was younger. These days, I don't really tend to play them at all. I think I played 2 Point Hospital for about 2 or 3 hours and I thought it was okay, but I just didn't find any reason to go back to it because there was just other stuff that I preferred to play. And the second one that I'm going to go for is a brand new release title, which for PS5 makes sense anyway, just because it's a new console with not many games, and it's called Kina Bridge of Spirits. Now this game is an action-adventure game. I don't really know much about it, but it's about a young girl who uses her magical abilities to help deceased people move from the physical to the spirit world. Sounds different, sounds quirky, again not going to be for everyone, but the fact that it's a brand new release title, and we've had a couple of those already for PS5, it's not a massive AAA game, so it would kind of make sense, I suppose. Now, one quick thing before we finish up, any games that I've mentioned today, or the PlayStation Plus games at all, if you're looking for people to play with, make sure you jump in the Discord. Really cool community. Any multiplayer games, if you're just used to playing on your own and you're after finding a set group of new mates to play with, make sure you join in there. Loads of awesome people. We do party game nights. Recently we've been playing D&D, which I know is very geeky, but it's still been tons and tons of fun. Now, one quick thing to mention again before we finish up, any gaming news that I don't make videos on, just little snippets from stuff that I play personally myself, or just see that spot online, usually I'll share it over on my Twitter rather than making a full video on stuff, so you'll see the Twitter pop up. A follow over there would be absolutely amazing. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, but thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.